What is up, internet? My name is Ori. It is Friday, September 19th, day number 74 inside the Big Brother house. After a wild double eviction, we had a live endurance comp, HOH. Who won? Who are their targets as we head towards finale, an inch closer to finding out who the winner of Big Brother 27 is? Let's talk about that, plus all the intel, drama, and more from yesterday's live feeds. But first, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, if you like this stream, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. We are live here on YouTube. You guys can see the chat going down below there. What is up, everybody? If you're new here, we do daily live feed updates all season long. First thing every morning, but on Fridays we do things a little bit different. We go live, and it's always a good time here hanging out with you guys in chat. A little bit of a recap for you, because what we do, you get your same update you always get every single day of the week, but afterwards we jump into the chat. It's a good time, so let's jump into it, because we got a lot to go over. From the double eviction, a live HOH, a ton of stuff to break down. A little bit of a recap for you to get you guys all caught up. Vince won HOH. He nominated Ava, Kelley, and Keanu. And despite heavy push from Lauren, or a heavy push to put up Lauren, Morgan won the power of veto for the third straight week after several long, and I mean long, nights of crying to each other. Morgan used the power of veto, which forced, I better say forced, Vince into nominating Lauren. He had other options, but he kept feeling like he had no other choice if he didn't nominate Lauren, that he would have lost Morgan. Now, yesterday, before the episode, Lauren went to Vince, and she made it very clear once again how she would feel if she were to leave on his eviction, how upset she would be. So much so that if she leaves on his HOH, she probably would lose her jury vote. He probably would also lose Rachel and Will's jury vote as well. So Lauren making it very, very clear to Vince how upset she would be. Morgan had a chat with Lauren. She did not give her any real confidence headed on into the eviction as well, saying pretty much she was still 50-50 on if it was her and Kelley up on the block. But Lauren did, you know, make her pitch, right, saying that she would end up protecting Morgan and Vince moving forward. We then also ended up with Ashley and Lauren having a chat too before the eviction. Ashley again saying that she was leaning towards keeping her, but she'll let her know before the eviction how she was voting as well. That takes us in to the episode. We had a good bit of filler in there as well. We really didn't need probably a good 40 minutes of the episode. It was a 2-hour episode that we only really probably needed at most hour and a half, but it takes us into it. After that filler, we go on into the final blockbuster competition. I'm a little confused on why it's actually the final one. Like, it feels like they really could have, if they wanted, had a blockbuster competition in last night's double eviction as well, and then even done one this week as well, so then it goes all the way till the final 5, which is the last time you actually could theoretically do a blockbuster competition. Like, if you're going to do it all the way through, like, do it all the way through, right? Like, I don't like it. I'm not a fan of the blockbuster, but if you're going to do it, do it with your full chest is what I'm saying. Like, keep the blockbuster going all the way through the final 5. If we're going to make it a permanent thing, let's make it a permanent thing. You know what I mean? But it takes us to the final blockbuster, which was the one where they had to kind of drop the balls over the edge, get it into a tube. They had to go run and grab the balls in a kind of a ball pit. So one of the interesting things, and I don't know if this was a rule, it's just something that I kind of noticed they said, if the ball touches the ground at any point, like if you were getting the ball out of the pit and headed back up to the stairs to go drop it off, boom, that ball, no good if you dropped it. Like, if it touches the ground, you got to go back and get another ball. And I don't know if that's a new rule or if that's always been the rule, but they made sure to mention that last night. Eventually, though, Lauren is the winner of the blockbuster. No one else really did any good. Kelley and Keanu really couldn't land their balls at all. Lauren was the one to get 4, though it did take her a long time to get to that final ball to get the win. And that takes us to the first eviction vote of the night, where Ava went for Keanu, Morgan went for Kelley, Lauren went for Keanu, and Ashley went for Kelley, which meant it was a 2-2 tie. Vince had to break it and end up picking really here. Is he choosing Lauren's side? Is he choosing Morgan's side? If he evicts Keanu, he's going with Morgan, or he's going with Lauren. If he evicts Kelley, he's going with Morgan, and he did evict Kelley, and that is who was sent on out the house, but not before she made sure to call out Vince for all of his deals, his final 2s that he had with her, all the times he nominated her, sent the people he was aligned with at the house before she leaves. Now, we then end up with the mastermind, who announces it's the double eviction, and that the month of mayhem does not end tonight. There is still more to come. That takes us to the first HOH competition of the evening, which Morgan ends up winning, and she nominates Keanu and Lauren. Who's that coming on in? We got Wine and Face Cream coming on in, hitting that sub button. Listen, you might not have known this, but me and you, we now have a secret alliance. Shh, don't tell anybody. It's a final 2. We're going to the end. Thank you so much for hitting that sub button. Morgan, though, she won the HOH. She nominates Keanu and Lauren. Keanu then goes on to win the power of veto. It came down to a tiebreaker, which Keanu put it was like 1,600 or 1,800. I forget exactly what number he put down. But Morgan only put down 120 seconds, which is like not even 2 minutes. Like 2 minutes is what you put down as your guess, Morgan, on how long the endurance wall competition lasted. Like, that is what Morgan put as her tiebreaker answer. So that was clearly had to be a throw, and Keanu pulls off the win in the power of veto. Ava is then put up as the renom, and then the second eviction vote goes with only Vince voting out Ava and Ashley and Keanu voting out Lauren. Lauren was the second person evicted in the double eviction. Now, after this, we got a couple of other little interesting things to go over from the episode before we get into what happened on the live feeds. First off, probably the biggest guest that we've had on BB Unlocked, and the biggest guest we've had as like a guest on even an episode, James Gunn, the director of the brand new Superman movie. He's the director of all 3 of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He is also the creator of Peacemaker, which stars John Cena. It's a really good show. You should check it out. And he's also kind of basically running the entire DC universe, right? They're going to have all these movies that he's basically the overseer of, making sure that all these movies connect in different ways. So, like, he's a big get, and apparently a big Brother fan. Like, he's been a fan of Big Brother all the way back since the very first season, when he was listing off his favorite seasons. 2 and 6 were the first ones he listed off, and then 16 and 24, which I think was just the butter up to Taylor and Derek, who he's going to be a guest host with on BB Unlocked. But really interesting to see them get somebody this high profile at this point, right? I feel like Lance Bass at his peak was more popular than James Gunn is, right? Directors and, you know, guys like behind the camera really aren't usually the ones people know of. They just know their work more than anything else. But still a really interesting big get to get in James Gunn. But then we also got some updates on the schedule. So this Sunday will be where we'll see everything take place with the HOH competition, as well as the nominations. And they talked about the Mastermind Sanctum and all this other stuff. Then we'll have an episode on Wednesday, which will be a special eviction episode where we will go down to the final 4 in the house. Then on Thursday, we'll have another 90-minute episode where we'll see HOH, nominations, and veto all in one night, leading to another eviction, which will take us down to our final 3. And then Sunday will be the finale, where we will see the winner of Big Brother 27 crowned. Whew, we are in the final stretch here. Now, before we get into what happened in the HOH, we did get a little bit of post-double eviction pre-HOH feeds, where the feeds came back after the episode, so we got to see kind of the fallout from the double eviction. Some of the things that went down, we saw Morgan and Vince kind of going over scenario, and Morgan talking about how the judges need to stick together and we can ride this to the end, and Rachel and Will are going to be so proud of us. Morgan also tells Vince that they, need to take one thing at a time and not get too far ahead of themselves. And Vince, he's really worried about Keanu, and he wishes that it is an endurance competition that they are about to head on into with this HOH. Vince is also potentially planning on throwing this HOH because he was saying he wanted Keanu to win and nominate Morgan and Ashley. Because here's the thing. One of the things that he had talked about was the idea that Morgan does need to go because he can't win against her. Is that still his true intentions though? I'm not 100% sure as we head on into this HOH, but that was kind of a thought that was running through my mind because he feels like maybe he can't actually beat Morgan anymore. And if Keanu were to win, at the very least, Morgan would be able to leave and it wouldn't be on his hands. So that's just kind of where we're headed on into this. Ashley and Ava, they also want Keanu to win the HOH because they believe that Vince wouldn't put up Morgan if he were to win the HOH, and they don't want to have to put up Morgan either. Now, Keanu, he went and he was talking to the camera and he was telling himself that he needs to win more competitions. He's going to get himself to the final three. And he says Morgan needs to leave this week. We also ended up with a Vince and Ava chat where he kind of explains why he voted out Kelley and that he doesn't feel like he can win this game. But Ava says, you know what? You can win this game if it's against me and Keanu. Ava also says during this chat that, she thinks that Ashley, or I should say, Ashley thinks that she has Ava, but Vince and Ava are chatting here, and Ava is throwing Ashley under the bus, right? Like, Ashley is super strategic. She's a sleeper pick to win. She might have actually the best odds here of winning if we don't take her out other than Morgan. And that one of the things that Ava's really pushing here is that, you know what, Vince, maybe me and you, maybe we should go against each other. Vince just says like he wants to, win HOH. And Ava says like if he wins HOH, one of the things he could do is he could potentially put up her and Ashley with Keanu as the renom, but also, right, like maybe Morgan. Like, just, maybe Morgan, right? Just saying, just throwing it out there as a possibility. I'm not trying to push it, but just throwing it out there. And Ava thinks that Morgan would end up voting out Ava, and that Keanu would end up voting out Ashley, and then you could kind of just leave it up to chance there with the veto on who would end up staying, who would end up going. But she says again, like, I really think that Ava is, or Ashley is somebody that you have to watch out for and could win against everybody there. So just be careful of that, Vince. We also had them kind of talking about, everything that was going on with Morgan and how she was kind of running his game. And one of the things that Vince says here, and this is why I was really starting to wonder, like, hey, what is Vince's actual plan here? He says no more friends. He has to play strategic. And Ava was actually asking Vince, like, does that mean like, YOLO and like, just kind of do what you need to do? And Vince says he has to play for him now. And he says he doesn't want to go to the final two and lose a 7-0 vote. Is Vince actually going to go after Morgan here? That's what it's seeming like, it sounds like. And he says he would end up losing to Morgan and Keanu. And that leaves him really only Ava and Ashley that he could end up winning against. So it really does seem here like Vince is considering Morgan and Keanu to be nominees if he were to end up going on to win this this veto. And it seems like he's also kind of just trying to plant the seeds there for Ava if she ended up winning to do that as well, because I don't know if Vince actually would be able to pull that move off. And Vince says, he needs to elevate his game so that everyone sees that he's not playing Morgan's game, because if everybody thinks he's just playing Morgan's game, he's not going to win. And Ava kind of agrees with him, and he's like, this all stays between us, but like, I'm with you, Vince. I think this is a good idea. We then end up getting Keanu, who talks to Vince, and he says, like, listen, Vince, you just made either a $75,000 or a $750,000 decision by keeping me in the game here, bud. Like, you made the right call in breaking that tie to keep me here. And they go over how that Ava and Ashley, like, their games aren't respected, so they can beat them in the end. Keanu says Morgan needs to go straight up. Like, don't mess around with renoms or anything like that. Put Morgan up, put her up with Ashley, and leave it be. Just do that. Vince keeps telling, or Keanu keeps telling Vince that they can get Morgan out, and then they really need to take Ashley to the final 3, and then they can beat her in the competitions. And no matter what, they're gonna win, and they're gonna be in the final 2 together because they're gonna be able to beat Ashley. Keanu's also saying, you know, he would put a lot of trust in Vince if he doesn't put Morgan up on the block, because he feels like Morgan needs to go up right now, because if you don't put her up right away, there's a chance she wins the veto, and then just everything's messed up, and then Keanu could end up going on out. So like he's really hoping that Vince, you know, wouldn't stab him in the back here. The feeds end up going down though for the HOH setup. As I said, it's a live HOH competition, and when they come back, they're in what I believe was the old Have Not room, has been completely transformed and redone into the Mastermind's lair, his sanctum. There's all these candles all over. It looks dope. It's one of the coolest comp setups I think I've seen. In fact, I think I have a picture. Hold on, let me pull this up for you. We're here live. We're just doing this on the seat of our pants here, but I believe I have a picture here I could pull up for you. It was the thumbnail even of the video, but it looks awesome. Here we go. Open image. Boom. Boom, look at this. This is the competition. This was live on the feed, so we got to watch along as this happened. Morgan actually got to watch along as well. She was in the living room getting to watch it on the televisions. It basically was the same thing as, like I said, we saw in the Janky World competition, where you kind of had to hold the thing in front of you with the stick. It was that long stick that you had to hold in front of you there. Now, during the Janky World competition, I believe this went like 10 hours. This one went a long time. This competition, not so much, as Ava was out first fairly quickly, followed by Ashley. Both of them were saying that this, you know, was something that really required a lot of like upper body strength. And it was going to be the boys who were going to really be the ones to pull this off, and they were hoping that it turned out well for them. Meanwhile, Vince and Keanu, they were in there and they were joking around. They were having a good time, just having good life chats and stuff like that. They were talking about going on hard mode and like doing it with one foot. Maybe they could do it with one hand and not switching hands. But then they end up just kind of just playing it out normal. Like I said, they were just kind of happy. It was down to them. They were also just, you know, surprised that the others dropped out so early. And they both talk about how veto was so important. And Vince even says, like, you know, I need these comp wins, man. Like, I kind of need this. Maybe Keanu, maybe you can drop this to me and then you can just take veto, right? Wouldn't that be great? And Keanu's like, well, I mean, if you drop, you pretty much have final 3 all locked up, because no one is sending you out over me. So like, maybe you should drop. And he's like, yeah, but if you nominate Morgan and Ashley, and then Ava will win the veto and takes down Morgan, well, then I go up, and then I could end up leaving. And he's like, nah, there's no way that's going to happen. He's like, all right, well, I guess if you feel that way, we're going to be here for another 2 hours. Let's just have fun. He's like, I feel less pressure, though, because it's you. It's like, we're going to be good. Either way, you know, we're both good if we win this. So they keep on going. And Keanu tells Vince that he's not going to, put him up as a nominee. So, you know, don't worry, we're good. And they talk about, you know, having a final 2 and everything's going to be fine. Meanwhile, in the house, Morgan's like, come on, Vinny. Come on, Vinny. And she can see they're talking, but she can't hear them having conversations. She just kind of watch. And meanwhile, Ashley's like kind of being like, you know, if Vince wins a 4th HOH, he's kind of a big target. I'm just saying, he's a little bit of a threat. Morgan, I don't know if you want to sit next to somebody who won 4 HOHs. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And that's what happened, because you know what? Vince ends up winning the HOH. He is your new HOH. He pulls off the victory over Keanu. They were basically trying to say that Keanu kind of just talked his way out of the competition, ended up just kind of losing it. In fact, when he dropped, like, one of the things he first said, he was like, oh, imagine winning. Now, like I said, Vince has talked about taking shots at Morgan, and that, you know, it would end up showing the jury that this is his HOH and it's not Morgan's game that he's playing anymore. But he worries about this potentially losing him jury votes, because he would have backstabbed the judge, right? So he would end up potentially losing all three of the judges' votes, and then he would hope that he sits next to Ashley, and then they would vote for her, but he would get everybody else. So is that a way that he's going to go, or is he going to decide to stay more loyal to Morgan? Well, we have some information on that. So first off, who do we got coming on in here? We got Edward coming on in with the $5 super chat. Ori, what do you think the surprise eviction is going to be like on Wednesday? I knew I had a reason to be worrying about Vince. I'm not sure, Edward, but we will get to that. Thank you so much. We also had Stephanie coming on in, hitting that sub button. Stephanie, you might not know this. Me and you, we now have a secret alliance. Shh, don't tell anybody. We're going in the end, Steph. Thank you so much for hitting that sub button. So a couple of other things from after the HOH competition. Morgan ended up getting her HOH basket from winning the HOH during the double eviction. And one of the things, though, she was a little upset because she said in one of her pictures, she whispers into her mic and she's like, production, one of my pictures is showing a necklace from like my gaming stuff. So like, you need to take care of this. So Morgan's still worried that people are going to find out that she's a gamer. We also ended up getting Ashley and Ava kind of talking about, what the potential nominees could be, right? Like if they end up, being on the block, and how nobody can be backdoored because everybody ends up playing this week. They also end up talking about, just different scenarios if they both end up on the block. And they talk about if Keanu is off and he wins the veto, he could use it, and then Vince would be forced to put Morgan up on the block. So that would be a really interesting scenario that they could come up with. We also get Ava and Keanu kind of talking about, Vince needs to get Morgan out this week, because if he doesn't get Morgan out this week, he's not going to win this game. And that's the move that needs to be made. Ava and Keanu talk about how they were having, a short week. So they already know that this like special eviction, whatever it is on Wednesday, they're kind of aware that this is coming. Like this isn't a surprise to them. We also heard Vince talk about later how he only has the HOH for like 2 nights before something happens. So they know and they're aware that, this is going to be kind of an expedited thing. Keanu also says that it could be noms tomorrow and then veto on Saturday with like an immediate eviction. Because again, as far as they're aware, is on Saturday, Vince won't have the HOH room anymore. So they're assuming that it's so short, like it's not even just like Wednesday someone gets evicted. Saturday somebody should get evicted. How that's going to affect the feeds, I do not know, but we will see. They basically just say that, no matter what, Keanu says that as long as one of them wins the veto, they are going to have a good week and they're going to be safe this week. Ava ends up kind of having a little chat alone in the wine room, talking about how she needs to convince Keanu and Vince to take her to the end, and she really needs to work on that. We did end up getting Vince and Ava kind of having a chat a little bit later on, but before that, we had Morgan and Vince kind of celebrating their HOH wins and their just everything that went down in the double eviction and how perfect that went. Morgan says that, because he won the HOH, it guarantees that she's celebrating her birthday. I don't know when her birthday is, though. If her birthday isn't after the special eviction, there's a chance that maybe he doesn't celebrate her birthday in the house. But Vince tells her they need to win the power of veto so that they have all the power this week. Again, we then get the Vince and Ava chat because they were actually getting a chance to go outside since the backyard was still open. Vince talks about how he wants to try and get Keanu out because Keanu was trying to get him to throw the HOH, and he doesn't feel good about that. And he thinks Keanu's kind of the first person they need to get out of the house. But if he wins the power of veto, what does he do? And Vince thinks that he should just put Keanu straight up, but he wonders who he should put up next to Keanu. And Ava says, you know what? Like, man, you already got blood on your hands. Like, you got so much blood on your hands, they might as well call you Nosferatu. So Vince continues to talk about, you know, what he wants to do, how he should do this, how he should play it. And he keeps, you know, talking about Keanu being the one that he should put up, because if he keeps him off the block and he uses it, then he might have to put up Morgan, and he doesn't want to do that. So he's thinking that he just puts Keanu just right up on the block as the initial nominee. Ava, though, is pushing that Morgan will beat Vince in the end, and that, you know, Morgan did run his HOH, so maybe Morgan is somebody that you should go after. And Ava tells Vince that, hey, you know what? Here's an idea. Ashley and myself, right? You know, Vince, put us up on the block, then let the veto decide. If Keanu wins and uses it, Morgan goes up on the block. But if Morgan wins it, and or Ashley and Ava, if either one of us win it, we could put Keanu up on the block. And then Vince is like, actually, that's not a bad idea. I kind of like that idea. That's kind of interesting. And Ava also tells Vince, you know what? You know, if it was me, though, I would just do Keanu and Morgan, right? Like, I'm just saying, that's what I would do. I'd put them both up on the block. And Ava brings up that, you know, I can't even, you know, win next to anyone, right? So, like, Vince, maybe you should take me to the end. I'm just saying, right? Like, your best chances of winning against anybody might be this person right over here. And Ava says that next week, you know, if Morgan doesn't go, she would be the favorite to win the veto, since Vince wins the HOH, because Vince doesn't actually play in it. So if he sent out Keanu, Morgan is one who's probably most likely to win that HOH. And she says kind of the same about Keanu, right? But just in general, whoever she sends out, right, the other one will be the one who's more likely to win that HOH. I think this was also a mistake from Ava. But Ava continues to go over why Ashley can't go to the end either, and that she should take, that Vince should take herself, right, Ava, because the thing is with Ashley, she's going to end up with the Rachel vote. We also had Becky coming on in, hitting that sub button. Becky, you might not have known this. We have a secret alliance now. Shh. Don't tell anybody. We're going to the final two. Becky, thank you so much for hitting that sub button. So again, Ava, she's kind of throwing Ashley under the bus because she's saying that Ashley's going to end up with Rachel's vote, and she's going to have a really good chance of winning against us. So, you know, you probably shouldn't take Ashley to the end either, Vince. Like, the only one you're going to beat in the end, Vince, is me. So you should take me, Vince. And Vince kind of agrees that, you know, like, he, you know, does want to sit, doesn't want to sit next to Ashley at the end either. They end up talking about Lauren and how, everyone that Lauren trusted ended up leaving, and everyone that Ava trusted ended up leaving as well. So now Ava really only has Vince left. And Vince also says he doesn't want to end up burning both of the bridges with Morgan and Keanu both going up on the block. And Ava's like, you already burned the bridges. Just own it, right? Like, just deal with it. Just do it. And Vince continues to kind of think about what he wants to do with the nominations. And Ava continues to throw out that maybe Morgan should be an option. But the conversation kind of ends because Morgan ends up coming on over, even though, again, Morgan is still pushing that, or Ava was pushing that Morgan should go on the block. But like I said, eventually Morgan joins. Ava heads on inside to have a chat with Ashley, but it wasn't too long that Morgan and Vince were chatting, and Ashley and Ava were chatting until Vince was getting his HOH room, which one of the things was he got a photo without his mustache, and Ava said it felt like she was looking at his nudes. He also ended up getting a letter. Was the letter from Kelsey? No, it was from his dad. It was from his dad, so no letter from Kelsey. I don't think there was any pictures of her as well. So continuing some of the speculation of his outside consequences could be in order there. We ended up, though, getting Keanu and Vince having a little bit of chat. And this, again, was Keanu basically telling Vince, like, Morgan needs to go up on the block. We had Fed Up coming on up, hitting that sub button. Fed Up, you might not know this. Me and you, we now have a secret alliance. Shh, don't tell anybody. We're going to the end. Thank you so much for hitting that sub button. But Keanu's basically telling Vince that Morgan needs to go up, that she needs to go this week because Vince is going to lose at the end. Keanu says that Vince won't be able to even beat Ashley or Ava at the final two, and that, you know, the game keeps moving forward. And Keanu says Vince might be able to beat Keanu at the final two if Vince sends home Morgan this week. And Keanu says that Vince, if he nominates Morgan and Morgan doesn't go, Morgan will still take Vince to the final two because Morgan romanticizes their relationship. So even if he puts her on the block, he'll still have her trust and everything will be fine. Don't worry about it, Vince. And Keanu just again kind of gives his usual pitch of like, come on, Vince, you know what you got to do. We got this, bro. We're going to the end. We're going to the final two. Keanu ends up leaving, though. We get Vince having a cam talk. He's talking to us on the feeds, and he says 4 HOHs. He can't believe it. He says he needs to win this week's veto, so he has full control. And he then goes over all the reasons on why Keanu needs to go up on the block. He confirms that he needs Keanu out this week if he wants to win, and then he puts up Ashley if Keanu wins the veto, and then Ava would be the one to get evicted this week. Vince thinks that the jury would respect his game more if he stays loyal to Morgan and the judges, and then he can explain his moves and his pitches to the jury over Morgan, and he goes over, you know, what Morgan's pitches would be compared to what his pitches would be and why he would end up winning over her. And he says he can't believe he made it through the double eviction. He said he loves this game. And yeah, I hope he enjoys second place. I hope he enjoys second place because if Vince goes to the end with Morgan, he is going to lose this game to Morgan. He also ends up saying that he only has his HOH room, like I said, for tonight and tomorrow. So the special eviction sounds like it's going to be taking place on Saturday. Now, we did end up getting Ashley and Ava still having a little bit of a convo, and Ashley says that they can't have Morgan win because if she wins this, she's going to end up all the way in the final three because she's going to have 2 shots at the end with the HOH and the veto, and then Vince is going to be protecting her as well. So it's like Morgan definitely will get to the final 3 if she doesn't go out and if she wins the veto this week. We also ended up getting Morgan, who headed on up to the HOH to have her long chat with Vince, and they were just, again, happy that they both won and that everything worked out, even through all of their struggles all through the week. And Vince told her everything that Keanu was saying that she has to go, and Vince is planning to put up Keanu and Ava. She also said that she plans on not sleeping up in the HOH room because she doesn't want that narrative of him controlling the HOHs to continue. Here's the thing, though. When I started this live, everyone was asleep, but they were still up in the HOH room talking. While I'm doing this live, guess what? They are now asleep up in the HOH room. So that whole narrative of her controlling the HOH room, guess what? That is going to continue this week, as I'm sure she will continue to push the idea that she should stay off the block. It seems like he already has it in his head, though, that he's not putting her up on the block and that Keanu and Ava will be the ones to go on the block. He's protecting the judges, staying loyal to them because he doesn't want to risk those jury votes. But I think this is the worst decision he can make. He needs to take the shot now at Morgan. I think he was right originally with the idea that if he takes that shot at Morgan right now, it'll be him showing the jury that he's playing his own game, and I think they would respect that more because otherwise, if he goes to the end right now with Morgan, she will beat him. We can take a look here at our allegiance chart. It's not the best right now. It's more just along the lines of like who I think right now has the best shot to kind of win the game. So we've got Keanu kind of at the bottom right now, because the sad thing is I think he's going to end up leaving this week if he doesn't win the power of veto. Then we would have Ashley and Ava, then Vince and Morgan. I think Vince, if he were to send out Morgan, he would be able to win this game. Otherwise, though, I think Morgan is pretty much set up to win right now. She is got pretty much all the votes locked up. She's got competition wins under her belt. I think she would have this one kind of set on up. But if Vince did take out Morgan, I think that would set him up to be the one to actually end up winning this game. I think that would also actually end up helping Keanu's shots to win the game as well, because that's the other big thing right now is everyone seems to be at this point the big competition threats that is both against Keanu, because Vince is kind of going with the idea that, you know, him and Morgan will team up together and they'll go to the end, because he just, I guess, doesn't trust Keanu enough to keep him around, and he worries about, you know, Keanu just taking Ava or Ashley to the end in the final two instead of himself. So that is where we are at right now. That seems to be what Vince's plans are. He will put up Keanu and Ava, and then if he really would need to, he would put up Ashley as that renom. But for right now, that is his plan. Morgan seems to be completely safe this week as we head on in to the final weeks here, the final days of Big Brother. Now, how this special eviction will work, right? We had Edward coming on in with the $5 super chat, asking how I think it's going to work. I think it's going to be normal. I think we're going to have nominations today. We're going to have the veto. But I don't even know. The veto could even be today. There's a chance the veto takes place today, but also there's a chance veto would only just take place tomorrow, because they have it all the way until Wednesday to edit everything, right? So let's say nominations today, veto on Saturday, with kind of an instant eviction Saturday night where somebody gets voted on out, right? Because it would still leave us with two people on the block. They could, I guess, do some kind of competition between the two nominees, but everything right now is pointing to the idea that we're going to have a normal week, basically, where Vince's HOH, he'll nominate two people, and then someone's going to win the veto, and then we're going to vote on those two people. Now, other than it being a special day and like it happening not on Thursday and then Thursday being another eviction, I don't think there's anything like weird where it's going to be like a hamster wheel again or a competition or anything like that. I think it's just going to be a straightforward eviction, just not on the normal schedule and expedited. Here's the big question though. What does that do to the feeds, right? Now, when Rachel was evicted, we lost feeds for a whole day until we eventually got some kind of coverage of it. We were able to get that on back. With the BB Unlocked, they showed like kind of what it was all about, and then they brought the feeds back with no Rachel. So the precedent right now is that you would lose it for a little while, and then eventually the feeds would end up coming back, and we'd find out who was evicted before Wednesday's episode. So I would imagine how things are going to work. We'll have nominations today. Then on Saturday, veto will probably take place, and then we could even lose somebody on Saturday. Maybe Sunday we lose feeds. There's a potential maybe we don't have feeds all the way through to Sunday's episode, just to kind of give the HOH and the nominations and all that kind of stuff time. And then maybe we get feeds back after Sunday's episodes. That kind of feels like a timeline that makes a little bit of sense to me, right? Because then you could even maybe get a preview of what's to come on Wednesday's episode and then bring the feeds back with the news of whoever actually got evicted. And then hopefully we would have feeds on Monday and Tuesday, and then even Wednesday, going into Wednesday's special eviction, where we'll see everything that kind of takes place with how that person was evicted. Because then on Thursday, we're going to have HOH, veto, and nominations all on one day. Here's the problem, though. Here's what I'm worried about. We might not get feeds on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way to Thursday. And here's why. Potentially what could be happening here. since Vince said he's losing his HOH on Saturday, they're not going to have them just sit around, right? They're not going to have them just sit around after somebody's evicted. They're going to play the HOH. They're going to play the veto. Will they bring the feeds back with someone evicted, a new HOH, before that eviction has actually even aired? Because it's a little different. It's a little different with the Rachel thing, because that's one person leaving. We'll have the HOH, and then by the time the episode would air, we'll have, like, you know, everything else that was really going on. It wasn't like there was a whole nother HOH competition, and like there's like a whole week of stuff here with the veto, the nominations, everything that we're not going to see until the next episode, right? So like there's going to be 2 veto competitions, an HOH competition, and a vote before we get to that Wednesday episode. Will they show it to us? I don't know. The information always gets leaked anyways. That could be true sometimes, Cara. That could be true. But it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. I don't know. I'm just excited that we are in the end game here. We have just about, 9 days left in the season. Next Sunday will be the finale where we will find out who wins Big Brother 27. We have our final 5 here with Ashley, Ava, Keanu, Morgan, and Vince. It was not a final 5 that I necessarily would have expected at the beginning of the season, but it's a final 5 I kind of really like. All of them have had like their own moments in the season, and I can make arguments for each and every one of them being a deserving winner. Ashley playing dumb all season to the point where people actually think she's actually dumb, which she might just be a little bit, right? That could also be the case too. But she also does make some really good, smart, strategic reads. And it seems like she does have a pretty good read on the game and what she needs to do. But will she have the respect because of how she was playing dumb? Does the jury actually respect her, and will they actually respect that in the end, or will they just go, oh yeah, you were playing dumb, sure? Because that seems like the real perspective that a lot of them have, and your perception of how the events are in there are your reality. It doesn't matter what you really actually were intending to do. Ava has been loved by everyone in the house. Maybe one of the best social games that we had in the house, other than Will. She really hasn't done a lot other than that, but she also does have moments, right, where she was really important in the Adrian and Will vote, and that whole flip and why it didn't end up taking place, which really ended up leading to the whole downfall of Zach and Vince's games, as they were in such a great spot, and it was really all Ava's fault that all crumbled. So there's some cases there for Ava to be a winner. Keanu, we all know Keanu has been battling from underneath the entire single time. He has been on the bottom from the very beginning, winning vetoes and blockbusters and just fighting and crawling. If he makes it to the end, he is 100% somebody that should win this game. Morgan, also just crushing it with so many competition wins, coming in huge with a lot of clutch wins here at the end. 3 veto wins in a row, coming up big with the HOH win in the double eviction. She's also had a lot of good, really good social moments and strategic moments, getting Vince to put up Lauren, even though it didn't end up with Lauren being evicted that week. Just the idea that she was able to get him to put her up in itself is such a huge move. And then you also end up with Vince, who, again, I think while you might not respect it, you might find it annoying, his gameplay has been so effective. People buying into each and everything he's trying to sell, and they are buying it hand over fist. So many great options here for winners. We got a bunch of stuff coming on in right now. What's happening? We've got a lot of new people coming on in, hitting that sub button. We've got Golden NS2K Live hitting that sub button. Guess what? We now have a secret alliance. Shh, don't tell anybody. It's a secret. We're going to the final 2, though. We're going to the end. Golden, I need to use the HOH room real quick. Let me talk to somebody real quick. Victor hitting that sub button. Victor, guess what? We now have a secret alliance. Shh, Don't tell anybody. We're going to the end, Victor. Thank you so much for hitting that sub button. And then we also have Lady G hitting that sub button. Thank you so much. We now have a secret alliance. Don't tell anybody. If you hear anything about other alliances in the chat, don't trust them. It's not true. It's not real. We're going to the end. We're going to the end. Thank you so much for hitting that sub button. But then we have Carol coming on in with the $40 Ori fund hit up. Carol! Ori, you can send me a message to let me know who wins. I will be on a cruise, and I won't be able to get back to the States until October 5th. Carol, no! Carol! Yes, I will definitely, I'll message you, Carol. We'll get you the updates. We'll get you the updates. We need to get Carol the Ori updates. How do we get Ori on a cruise? What is there a satellite phone? Can we get Carol a satellite phone so we can get her full Ori updates on what's going on in the Big Brother house? Call the Coast Guard. Carol. Thank you so much for the $40 Ori fund hit up. That was so kind. Thank you so much. That really kind of covers everything that was happening on the feeds. Listen, guys, if you are new here, we're not done yet. Trust me, we're not done yet. We're jumping into the chat here in just a second. We're going to be really talking to you guys because there's a lot to go over. I want to hear what you guys are talking about. So, if you are new here, though, hit that subscribe button. If you like this stream, if you're having a good time in this stream, hit that like button. It's the easiest way to support this channel. It's the YouTube algorithm. Know what we're doing here is a good time. You can do so much to support this channel, but hitting that like button is the easiest way to do it. You can join the channel by becoming a member. You get the green name in chat, kind of makes you stand out. You get the Oreo next to it as well, getting dunked. The longer you're a member, you get different colored milk to go along with it too. So it's kind of like a little bit of a system that goes along with it. It's kind of cool. You can also gift memberships. You can do things like super chats, which we saw people like Edward do. You can also do things like hitting up the Ori fund, help support Oris everywhere, just like Carol did. Never required, always appreciated. The easiest way, though, if you want to support this channel, just smash that like button, hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button. It's free. Just hit that thumbs up right down below. Easiest way to support this channel. But yeah, what a wild few days here, right? We've had this amazing soap opera that we've been witnessing play out inside the house with Vince and Morgan. A wild double eviction. Listen, it still might be a little bit of recency bias, right? Like I gotta really kind of digest it a little bit more. It's a shame too, because it's going to be a little bit different with you know, everything going on with how expedited this season's going to be, like how we're going to see with Sunday's episode. Because one of the things is I always say that like double evictions are kind of a two-parter. It's the eviction itself, but also the episode after, because you get to see everything, all those little like conversations and whispers that happened between the conversations and during the commercial break on like who was going up. Like Keanu, he knew he was going to be on the block because he was just sitting on the couch when Morgan went to make her nomination. So we'll get to see that kind of play out. So I'm excited for that as well. But yeah, really, really exciting week. What are you guys saying up in chat? Let's talk to you guys. How you guys doing? We got Brandy up in here. Otter, I see you. Carol, Rika. We got Tasha, Donnie, Kim, Booger, Madeline, Jennifer coming on in with the $2 super chat. Here's a Tim's coffee for you, Ori. I'm getting a double-double. I'm getting a double-double, Jennifer. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Vince, last HOH felt like an eternity. I feel you. I feel you. Stin, what's up, Stin? Girls, what's up, girls? Ori, that shirt is cute. It's Mummers. Philadelphia Mummers. Does anybody know the Mummers? One of the things I've been doing every New Year's. Oh no. I think we're coming back. I think we're coming back. I think we're coming back. Let me know when we're back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, tell people to refresh. Tell people to refresh in the chat if they are still down. Had to refresh. Yeah, let everybody know. Spread the word in chat to refresh. Cool, you're back. Yes, yes, thank you. Yes, people refresh. Thank you. A little bit of an internet spike. It was like an internet outage spike. It just went down and then came back real quick. It was like, nope, and then we're back. It was like, nope, and then we're back. While we were gone, Bubco coming on in, though, rejoining the Oreos 4 months in a row from Bubco. Thank you so much. Oriana Cruz now, new show, premiering this fall. Bubco, thank you so much for joining the Oreos back up again. I appreciate it. 4 months in a row. Yeah, Oriana Cruz. Brand new, coming to you on Paramount Plus this fall. I'm glad it's a short HOH for Ori and all of us on the live feeds. I thought it was my phone. Yeah, I will say having a short week with Vince as the HOH is probably a good thing. It's probably a good thing because Vince and Morgan would be at it all week long once again if that was a problem. Is that Alyssa? Is that how you say that? I'm not sure. It might be ELS A4. But thank you so much for coming on in and becoming a member to the Oreos. I appreciate it. I'm probably saying your name wrong, but let me know how it's said. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. You are now, everyone is a member of the Oreos. Now listen, everyone who comes to this channel is an Oreo, but if you become a member, you get dunked. You get dunked in the milk. Arrow coming on in, joining the Oreos. Elsa, got it. Elsa, thank you so much, Elsa, coming on in, becoming a member. Looks like looks like you got the different color milk, so you've been a member. Welcome, newbies. I like being dunked. You gotta get dunked. Just got here. Who's the new HOH? Deb! What's up, Deb? Vince is the new HOH. It was an endurance competition. Actually, I still have the picture up. This is what the endurance comp looked like. It was in what I believe was the old Have Not room, all set up here as the Mastermind's lair. It was one of those the ones like from Janky World where they had to hold up the marshmallow with the stick. This one was like a picture. It was like a face of the Mastermind, and you had to hold that up. And that's how it ended up going. Ava was the first out, then Ashley was out, then Keanu ended up going, and then it was Vince who was the one who lasted all the way to the end. Let's see what is everybody saying. Wait, what did I mention last night that you're supposed to talk about? I forget. Oh, Zingbot. So if you guys have been around here for a little bit, you guys might know that for the past few years, I've had an exclusive. He doesn't do these. I've had an exclusive interview with Zingbot. And then he would share some of his zings for the previously evicted house guests. That obviously he doesn't get to share because they're evicted. They're not in the house because he doesn't get to zing them. So it's like, why waste them, right? Here's the problem. I just haven't had the time. I haven't had the time to get everything all set up to do it. And I feel like I missed the moment, right? Like I feel like I missed the moment and it's done and gone. Right? And they killed Zingbot, right? So it's like, how do I interview Zingbot now that he's dead? How do I interview him now that he's dead? Zingbot is dead. You need to get a secretary. I'll be your side duty. I need an assistant. I need an assistant. Yeah, you only get one shot. Need Ava. You missed your chance to blow from the hospital bed. So here's the thing. Zingbot might have partially sent me some of his zings. Listen, I'm just saying Zingbot might have preemptively sent me some of the zings he was planning to do. Obviously, though, he got killed right before the interview could take place. He got killed. He got whacked. So Zingbot's dead. He got shot with a phaser from Star Trek. So there's potential that I might actually have some of those zings. But I don't think he finished them. He never got around to finishing them because he died. Yeah, he died. Guys, if you're new in the chat and you're wondering like why it feels like I'm talking about this kind of cagely, let's just say it's kind of like Santa Claus. It's kind of like Santa Claus. The Zingbot interviews that I do are kind of like Santa Claus. We'll just say that. But he died right before I could do the interview. He died. So it's like, what do we do with some of these zings? Because they're incomplete, right? Like, for example, there's not one for Will. Like we just never got one for Will. We never got around to it. But there are some, and they feel they could be wasted. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. We'll do a thing. Either a super chat or hitting up the Ori fund, whatever you prefer, whatever's easier for you. Either the super chat or an Ori fund. $20 or more, you get to choose a house guest that was previous that did not get a zing. Is my internet working? Oh no, my internet might be crashing again. You get to choose a house guest that did not get zinged. And I'll share Zingbot's previously zinged unreleased zing. His zing for the house guest that didn't happen. I think I'm frozen again though. Let's see if I come back. Here. We're frozen. Why is my internet having so much issues today? Let's see. Let me check over here. I think we might be coming back. Yeah, my internet's fine. It must be an OBS thing, I think. I think I'm having some OBS issues. I might have to revert. Because I just recently updated it. Are we back? Are we good? We're good. All right, we're back. Let everybody know to refresh. Refresh the streams if they haven't had it back. But we're here, we're back, we're live. They were having more tech issues for us here on the stream. It's a thing. We're live, we're here, we're good. All right, so as I was saying, we do these Zingbot interviews, exclusive Zingbot interviews. You don't know, it's kind of like Santa Claus. We don't listen. It's an exclusive Zingbot interview. But Zingbot died, and we also didn't have time. So what do we do? Because Zingbot also may have shared some of these zings with me. He may have said, "Hey, Ori, here's some of the zings in advance." So what we'll do this, and then there's a couple of other things I want to talk about while we do this. If people decide they want to do it, we'll like set up to do it, and then we'll share it while we talk about some other things. So here's what we're gonna do, because like I said, I have some of these. I don't have all of them. But if you want to pick someone who was previously evicted, for example, like I don't have Will. Like right off the bat, like if you wanted a Will one, I couldn't do a Will. But if you want to hear a zing of one of the previously evicted house guests that did not get a zing, one of two ways. You can either do a super chat or hit up the Ori fund, $20 or more. You'll get a previously unreleased zing from Zingbot. It's actually Zingbot who wrote these. It was no one else. Again, if you're new and like it's like Santa Claus. Don't ruin it for the people if they don't know. Like, don't ruin it for. This is actually Zingbot. Zingbot made these and wrote these. I always enjoyed my high with the with Ori chats. Sounds like a plan. I'm still upset Wario won HOH. Wait, I already did 40. Yeah, Carol, do you want to pick somebody? Carol, if you want to pick somebody, whoever you want to pick, you can pick two people, Carol. Any two previously evicted house guests. And I will share the unreleased Zing. If I have it. Because like I said, Zingbot didn't send me them all because Zingbot died before he could. And I was busy with stuff before he died, so I couldn't interview him. So we missed out. we ended up missing out. But while we wait for Carol to tell us who she wants to hear from, there were a couple of other things I did want to talk about. First off, we could take a look at the draft. We could take a look at our draft. Let me pull the chat back up too, so I don't lose this. Is it T? Is that the one? No. No, that didn't do it. I'm trying to make this the top thing so I don't lose it. Wait, I think it is. Nope. I'm just pressing buttons now at this point. I'm just pressing buttons. Is Zingbot trying to send you a help message? Yes, that's what's happening. Let's see. Carol, did you say who you wanted to hear a zing from? Let me know. Let me know who you want to hear a zing from, and we'll do two zings from Carol. Zach will be good, and Mickey. Zach would be good, and Mickey. I have two people left. Unfortunately, it's Ava and Ashley. What's new? Now I'm going to roll. Thanks, Brandy. They sound like Make an Eagle Where You're All American. I was yearning to hear the Philadelphia this season. We only really got one. We only really kind of got one with the Lauren kind of nomination and stuff like that. Let's see. Zingbot will send you a special message from the other side, Ori. Otter, it's beautiful here. And Oregon is beautiful too. If you only wasn't a work day for me, I need to wake and bake with Ori. Okay, Stanley. I haven't lost y'all at all, Ori. Yeah, hit that like. Listen, if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. If you're enjoying this stream, it's an easy way to support the channel. Ooh, Oregon girl, okay. Yes, went there too, same time. With the forest. I've never been to Oregon. I'll have to check out Oregon and the West Coast. That Pacific Northwest. I've always wanted to go to Vancouver too. Like Canada, like the West Coast Canada. I don't know why. There's something about like that area that always was kind of a draw. Ooh, Carol. Carol said, listen, I want a deep cut. I was like, I don't even know what I wrote for, or what Zingbot sent for that. Let's see. What do we got for Riley? All right, I'm not going to do like a Zingbot impression. I'm not going to do like a Zingbot impression. I used to have a thing. I need to get, a new setup for everything to really do it properly. I used to have a thing where I could control my voice like a voice modulator and make it into a robot like on the fly. But that didn't work. It didn't work. So I'm not gonna do like a Zingbot impression, but I do have something for Riley here. All right. Are you guys ready? This is the zing that Zingbot, it was definitely Zingbot who wrote this and not anybody else. And before Zingbot died, he sent me this zing. But I did not get to do the interview of him saying the zing. So here we go for Carol, Riley Zing. Riley, you caused more controversy than gameplay. But don't worry. America got the message. Just like your interviews, you were canceled. Zing. A zing, a zing, a zing. A zingy, zing, zing. Zing. There you go. That is Riley's unreleased zing. Carol, I hope you like it. Damn. Too bad for you. The only thing you mapped out was your way straight out the door. Mictator? Nah. Zing. So there you go. That is the Mickey and the Riley zings that were unreleased by Zingbot. Sadly, I could not get Zingbot to come on out and do the interview because he died. He died. But that is your unreleased Zingbots. I love it, Ori. Thanks. Oh no, you froze again? Did I freeze again? I look good on my end. Hold on, let me say. Uh-oh. It does say it. I think it's still going through. Maybe refresh. Maybe refresh if it's a thing. Good job of your zing. You're choppy. Oh no, we're choppy? Yeah, I'm having OBS issues. We have a new setup. We were trying a new thing. We were trying to get it to work. This is why I hate updating mid-season, because it always ends up messing up. They cut out Ori. Oh no! They cut me out. Did you freeze but refresh? You did freeze but refresh. Good here, good here. You're freezing it in and off, Ori. Vince, the only thing Kelsey is going to be sliding is the restraining order. You were my first thought. Was Morgan killed Zingbot. I have to bounce, Ori. Have a great day. Thanks for hanging out, Dawn. They're trying to silence him. How we looking? Are we up? Are we good? Are we good? Are things good? Did we get did more importantly, here's the more important thing. Where's Carol? Did Carol get the zings? Did it crash for Carol? That's the most important thing. Carol, did you get your zings? As long as Carol got her zings, that's the most important thing. We'll make sure we'll do them again here. Horribly choppy. Oh man. But you hadn't but you didn't have to cut me off. Carol zing. A zing a zing zing. Oh, what is this? Okay. We have another zing that came on through. I didn't hear the alert. Let me see if I can replay it. And see if the alert plays. Nope, doesn't look like it's playing. The alert's not playing, but we had Anonymous come on through, but it was actually, Anonymous said in their name it was John. So I'm not doxing John. John said, no, it's me. I'm anonymous, but it's me. And John wants Adrian Zing. All right, Adrian Zing. Let's see what we had for Adrian Zing. I gotta find it here. All right, John, here is Adrian Zing that Zingbot sent me. This Zingbot died. He died, and I couldn't get the interview. So Zingbot sent me this before he died, saying, Ori, here are some of the zings that I had written for the previous house guest. Adrian, You built a wall in your backyard. Too bad for you. The only thing that collapsed faster than that wall was your game. Zing, 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 zing. There you go, John. That was Adrian's unreleased zing before he was evicted. Zingbot wrote that for Adrian. That was his zing. Choppy. Oh no. Refresh if you're choppy. I think it should have fixed now. If you refresh, it should work. Who's on the block? No block yet. No nominees yet, but Vince is the HOH. It was me, but I agree with 95% of what John says. So it could be a share. Yup, she was so rude with Zing, so much not self-awareness. I went out and came back and I jinxed it. Oh no. Are we still good? How we looking? Is it up? Zing had to see it its way. Who are the people you're zinging? So these are all the previously evicted house guests. It's not me zinging. These aren't me. I didn't do this. Zingbot sent me these. He sent me these before he died. Usually every season I write or I interview Zingbot. I interview him. It's an exclusive interview with Zingbot. Listen, guys, if you're new here, right, and you don't understand, and there's some people that don't get it, and it's kind of like Santa Claus. It's kind of like Santa Claus. The Zingbot interviews are kind of like Santa Claus, so it's just go with it. But I interview Zingbot exclusively every season, and he shares zings from the previously evicted house guest that didn't get to get zinged. But I was busy, and I didn't get to interview Zingbot, and then Zingbot died. So what we're doing, if you want to get a zing that was previously unreleased, I don't have them all. Like, for example, I don't have Will. Is there anybody else like I don't have? I don't really have Catherine. I don't really have Catherine. Kind of a Rachel. Kind of a Rachel. Like a little bit of a Rachel. There's a Zach. There's a Zach, but also like, listen. Here's the deal. If you want to hear them, hit up the Ori Fund or a super chat. $20 or more, however you want to do it. It's up to you. If you want to hear one of the unreleased things, that's how we'll do it. You have a house guest of your choice. House guest of your choice of the unreleased things. There's some good ones. There's some really good ones in there. There's some that are like, but there's some good ones. There's some good ones in there. But totally up to you. Who won HOH? It was Vince. Same only reason I'm watching. I'm in America, in France, and I use a VPN to watch BB, but I still have to wait a day after even to watch it. And I still don't have access to the feeds. So these podcasts are great. Time spoken. I'm glad I can help you out. Meanwhile, we have our draft up here. I wanted to give an update on our draft. This is where we're at right now. I think it's accurate. I have to double check all the stats, but I think it's accurate for the most part. We've got Amy, Mr. Killen, Parker, all tied for first with our team of Keanu, Morgan, and Vince. That's a strong team. 105 points. Comp Beast winning a lot of competitions between the three of them. So really strong team from those three. Then we have in sole second place, Emol, Ava, Morgan, and Vince. Another decent team. Ava, not going on the block a lot is really good for her, for the team. Morgan and Vince winning lots of competitions. And then we have a big tie with a lot of people tied with 97 for third place. Where am I at? 69. Okay. All right. Nice. I don't think I can really climb on up with Zach on my team. It kind of ruins things, but Keanu and Vince being on some of the top teams, I don't think I can catch up, but this is where we're at with the draft. If you want to check out the draft, you can do BB27 in exclamation BB27 in the chat. And it will come on up and you can check the draft boards more in depth, see the scoring and all that kind of stuff, and check all that kind of stuff out. Where are we here? A couple of other things I wanted to talk about before we wrap things up. And my internet and stuff has been lousy, but I wanted to talk about this stuff just before we wrapped up everything. Because I think it's interesting stuff, and this is kind of some of the stuff I want to talk about once the season's over, once we're kind of moving on from the season. I want to keep some of these live streams going. I want to keep some of these conversations going because I think these are a lot of fun, and I think there's a lot of people here who all have a really good time when we're in the chats here. And we're always going to be mainly focused on Big Brother, but just reality shows in general. I think there's a lot of really great reality shows we all like. I think we also might be getting a little bit more Big Brother sooner than later, and possibly even way sooner than we think. And I think it could even end up being a really interesting type of Big Brother with the Winter Olympics coming up. So we'll see if that goes. We also have are you doing BB Amazing Race, right? I think we'll chat about it, right? I don't know if I'll make like specific videos, but like I want to do like live streams where like, hey, we just come on and we chat about it in the morning, right? And for sure Friday morning live streams are going to kind of stick around. I think we're going to have it where even after the season's over, we're going to have the Friday morning live streams. They're going to kind of stick around. We'll definitely have a Monday morning live stream after Sunday's finale, just to kind of recap and kind of decompress about everything that went on throughout the season. And then like I'd like to kind of keep some of these streams going. I don't know if I can do every morning, but we'll see about that. The other thing is we're also going to be doing some watch parties, right? So BB Amazing Race, I don't know if I'm going to do watch parties for that, but we'll definitely like chat about it. But one of the big things that we want to do, right? There's a really big thing I want to do is Traders Ireland. If you guys don't know, let me see if I can pull this up. Where is it at? Where is it at? Here is a picture here for Traders Ireland, kind of their logo or whatever. It's a new version of the Traders. Season's kind of going on right now. Once Big Brother's over, I would like to do a watch party over on Kick, where we can kind of fully watch everything, fully check it out. We've watched a couple of seasons of the Traders over on Kick. It's a lot of fun. We've done Traders UK over there. We've done Traders New Zealand over there. It's a lot of fun. So if you're not following over on Kick, make sure you're doing that. Also, by the way, speaking of the technical difficulties we've been having, not only are we having issues on OBS, but usually we go live on Twitch and Kick as well on these Friday morning live streams, but that's not working today, and we're not live on Twitch and Kick right now. But if you check out the description, if you do things like exclamation socials, the links for Kick will come on up. Also, make sure you're in the Discord. Listen, I'm telling you guys, the Discord is awesome. The Discord is a lot of fun. I think if I do this, it'll pop up in chat. I don't know if that works or not. We'll see. Yeah, there you go. There's a link for the Discord. You can join the Discord. It's a lot of fun. I'm telling you guys, we've got spots where you can talk about Big Brother. You could talk about other reality shows. Like I said, we've got spots for Survivor, The Amazing Race. I'm going to make ones for the Traders. We also have places where you just post pictures of your pets. It's amazing. Definitely go check that out. But not only do we have Traders New Zealand coming up, we also have, I believe this is the one, for Traders Canada, which is coming up. If you guys watch Big Brother Canada, you would know Kevin and Ty. If you watch Survivor, you would know Venus and Omar. If you watch The Mole, you would know Dom. And these are a bunch of other Canadian kind of celebrities. And then they also have the newbies that show up. Canada always does half and half. This is starting in October, so this is another one that we'll definitely be kind of talking about. I will say, for the most part, Traders Canada is a little bit under budget. It's kind of like the little brother to all the Traders versions. It's not great. But other than that, we will have the Traders US Season 4 coming on out. And this cast is really good. They always do all of kind of the celebrities, right? And the reality players. But here's the fun part. We're also going to be getting a spin-off with the Traders US. They're going to be doing a newbie season, so it's going to be awesome. You can see here some of the people they're going to be having on here. People from The Bachelor, Donna Kelsey, Mama Kelsey, Jason and Travis Kelsey's mom, Taylor's mother-in-law, Taylor Swift's mother-in-law is going to be on the Traders, people. I've said it before now. My ultimate goal with this channel is I want to get an interview with Donna Kelsey. If I can get an interview with Donna Kelsey about her time on the Traders, and then I could become best friends with Jason Kelsey, this channel is a success, people. We have a fully successful channel. I just want to be best friends with Jason Kelsey. That's all. We got a lot of other people, like the people from the Real Housewives. This guy is a singer-songwriter. We got Ian Terry is going to be on there. Some Olympic figure skaters. This girl, she was on Top Chef. Not only as a host, I think I watched her season when she was a chef, like a competitor on Top Chef, but it was a long time ago. I haven't watched Top Chef in so long. A lot of other kind of interesting people here that are going to be on the Traders. Michael Rappaport, I think it's a little controversial from some people. I don't know why. Who else do we got? Rob, competitor, I guess you could call it. Like, I guess competition, rival in a way. Like, it's kind of weird to say that. We're almost combatants. Like this guy is the enemy in a way. A bunch of other Ron Funches, really funny comedian. Just all the people that are going to be on. Tiffany's going to be on the US as well. Jam's there, right? So that's a thing. What else do we got? So there's Traders US, Traders Canada, Traders Ireland, Traders UK is going to be coming out. And then here's the thing. Traders UK, they are the opposite of the US, where the US always did celebrities. Traders UK always did newbies. Well, now Traders UK is going to be doing a spin-off as well. There's going to be a newbie season and a celebrity season. Going to be awesome. I believe Traders Australia is also going to be coming back. Traders is hot right now. Let me just tell you, Traders is hot right now. And all throughout the year, we're going to be talking about this stuff. We're going to be doing live streams, kind of chatting about what's happening. We're going to be doing some watch parties over on Kick, so make sure you're doing and checking out Kick as well. What else do we got? Amazing Race, Big Brother. We were kind of talking about this. This is going to be the cast for that. That we'll see everything taking on place. I think we also had something coming on in that I missed. We had Terry coming on in, hitting that sub button. Terry, you didn't know this. But Terry, when you hit that sub button, me and you, we now have a secret alliance. Don't tell anybody. We're going to the final 2, Terry. You hear anything about other alliances, though? It's not true. I promise. It's not real. We're going to the end. Ori, do you connect? How do I connect with you on Discord? You click that link that I'm putting in chat. I'll put it in here again. You click that link in chat, and that will take you to our Discord server. You sign up for Discord, you join our server, and then once you're in there, there's spots for all different kinds of stuff if you want to chat. There's places to chat about Big Brother, Amazing Race, Survivor. I'm going to make like specific ones for Traders Canada, or not just Traders Canada, but Traders. We're going to make specific ones for that. There's even places where you can just post pictures of your pets, what you're cooking for dinner. Discord's just kind of a cool place to kind of hang out. Also, it's a great place to kind of keep track of everything that was going on. Kristen is hilarious, cutthroat, fantastic from Top Chef. You guys will love her. Ori, I have to go. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate it. Carol, you're a legend. You're an absolute legend, Carol. I hope you enjoyed the zings. If Jag wins the amazing race, then he needs to go on Survivor and win. You need to check into the Y, Ori. Oh, no. What Joy does, it gives people to spoil shows. I've never get what Jolly's people derive from that. Yeah, it's a thing, right? Like, I know there's spoilers out for stuff. I don't like really looking into it too much. Sometimes it comes to me and it's like, it's a thing. With reality shows, I don't really like it. For some reason, I'm kind of the opposite when it comes to, like, let's say the Marvel movies. Like, I want the spoilers. Like, give me the spoilers. Ori, give me Rachel's zing. Well, what we do is, if you want to get someone zing, we have the Ori Fund, and there is super chats. It's up to you, whichever you would like to do. But if anybody hits up the Ori Fund or hits up a super chat for $20 or more, you will end up getting to choose who you want to have a zing from. Whatever previous house guest you want to have. We already had Adrian. We already had Riley. We already have Mickey. So you don't have to pay for those. Just let me know. I'll say them again. Carol and John came up big for those. So you don't have to do those. But if you want to hear them, let me know. But if you want anybody else from the previous evicted, like there's not one for Will, though. So if you wanted Will, just a one for Will. But Danielle failed hard on Last Traders. That's why I think she's the mastermind this year. Ooh. Interesting idea, Donnie. Yeah, she did fail hard. Here's the thing. Traders is a hard show. It's a different kind of game. It's not easy. It's not easy. So, it was just, it was rough watching it because I was really hoping for good things from Danielle. I was hoping she was going to do really well, but it didn't work. Wait, you said all the zings for 20? So any zing. So you get to choose whoever you want to do. Whoever you want to be zinged, they will be zinged. Ori, have you ever liked to be on Big Brother? You would be awesome. You know, maybe. I've thought about it. Melinda. I've thought about it. I was looking forward to it. No Jag wins. Doesn't think anything he reveals is a spoiler. Voice to text hates me. Ori, would you make so many final twos? Ori would make so many final twos. I might. Ori on Traders would be awesome. It'd be kind of crazy. I hear you, Alyssa. It's never required, right? It's always appreciated. These are things that were sent to me from Zingbot before he died. And they're not really finished. I'll be honest with you. They're not perfect. Like I said, we don't even have a Will one. Part of like the reason why is like I don't really want to share. I don't really want to share them. Like, that's the problem. Like, the Catherine one, like, there's not really, like, listen, there's a Catherine one, but there's not really a Catherine one. Like, there's a Catherine one, but there's not really, like, I didn't know what to do for it. You know, Zingbot died, so he, like, kind of sent a half one. He kind of sent, like, a half one. I just got Discord. Can you send me the link again? Boom. It should be in the chat there now. And you can join up in the Discord. The Ogles. This season has kind of turned me off for applying for Big Brother, especially after the elimination of Rachel. I think it's more inclined to apply for Survivor. See, the thing is, I don't think I would do Survivor, man. Listen, Big Brother, the worst you suffer through, right, is like mental torture. I've been through enough. I can handle it. But the thing, like, I don't like make light of that. Like, it's one of those things where it's I've said this before. The stuff people go through on Big Brother is insane with the mental issues that you end up leaving with. You have so many trust issues, and it just makes you so like just completely just warped your reality. You end up having just all these issues when you're coming on out of it. But you don't really end up with physical issues. That's the problem with Survivor. You end up with some of the trust issues, not as many because it's a shorter time frame. But the physical issues, like you end up like there's people who have to get like bugs removed from their body, like that have buried into the thing. Oh man, it's a thing. Wait, is Zingbot dead for good? I don't know. Maybe. At least you can eat on BB. Have you tried for BB? You know, it's one of those things where it's at some points I have. At this point, I feel like they've made their decision. Maybe I'll try. You know what? I'll try again when I'm like the Jerry. When I'd be like the Jerry of the season, I'll try again. And then that way, maybe like, maybe I'll have a chance again. That archetype will work for me. But otherwise, they've made their decision and it's cool. And listen, right? Like, you know, I'll be honest. I have, you know, the whole, what do you call it? The YouTube stuff with you guys, right? Like this whole deal now. And, you know, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. Anyone have a zing for Catherine? Like I said, there's one for Catherine, but it's not great. Not great. It's like let's see. Ori, I started watching a few years ago, but you and me never started an alliance. Shelly, what do you mean? You and me have stood the test of time. You and me to the end. Shelly, let's do it. Let's do it, Shelly. I've become a streaming model, influencer, Taylor, cool to get recruited for all the shows. Yeah, right? Like, put me on the traders. Put me on the traders. Or he can't be on BB, then who would do the live feeds? I would have a plan. I'll tell you, I would have a plan. And it would be kind of crazy if it ended up happening. But I do have a weird little plan. If something were to ever happen and there was a reason why I couldn't do them, I do have an emergency plan I would put in place. I would not leave you guys with rudderless. I would leave you in good hands. Just know I would leave you in good hands. And on top of good hands, I don't even think you guys know the type, like the hands that I would leave you in, you would be shocked. You would be shocked and awed. You would be like, what are we, what? It would be like earth-shattering moment. You'd be like, this is insane. It would be not only would I like be on a show, right? Because obviously I would be doing something else where I wouldn't be able to do this, but you would be like, this is who's doing the update. Like you would lose your mind. You'd lose your mind. It would be, and like, I'm not even being like ha ha ha, that could be a funny joke. Like I'm being dead serious right now. The hands you would be left in for the daily live feed updates would be very strong. No. John, no. Definitely not. Those are not the hands. I'm gonna get myself in trouble if I say that. Or contact Rachel after the show. She can get you on BB. There might be, listen, you know the Kevin Bacon connection thing? And how there's 6 degrees. The me to Rachel one, it's less than 6. It's way less than 6. It's like a 1. Like I'm just saying, it's like a 1. Who's the new HOH? Vince won HOH. I can put that back up. We were looking at the BB Amazing Race cast. Those games are hard now too. I can't handle the bugs. Or he tell us not. And it'll be like a earth-shattering moment. One day it'll be like, what? This is crazy. I'll hook you up. Definitely hook me up, Kim. Hook me up. I hate when people tease us like this, but Brady, I have to. I can't leak it. I can't leak it. All I can do is tease. All I can do is tease. How many times have you applied? I used to apply a lot, but I haven't applied for, like, I think last time I applied. Did I even apply this season? I don't even know if I applied this season. This might have been the first one I didn't apply for a while. Who will take over your channel? The thing. I'm so bad. Yes, it's the best to be diplomatic and everyone happy. It can be tough. You can't make everyone happy. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. I'm so mad I went to bed. I didn't know the feeds would show the HOH. Oh, no! Elsa, no! Thank you for your updates. You're welcome. You're welcome. Is it Mad Rose? You know, I've never talked to her, but she seems nice. She seems nice. Nick? Hey, Nick. How's it going? That's all I'll say. Ori, take Ashley out the shower now? I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Even she embraces the shower meme. Even she does. I don't know if we can. And also, was it Carol? Someone locked it in. I think Norma did too. People locked it in. They were like, no, we got to keep Ashley in the shower. I made it less visible. I made it a little bit more clear. You can see her face better now. I at least improved that. We would know you were on a show. Donnie, I would hide it. I'd be able to hide it. I would die if I came on and you were not here. Oh no. I use it for medicine. Ashley's shower was bought and paid for. Yes, Stephanie, that's what I'm saying, right? Like I can't. She's doing better. She is doing better. And like I said, I cleared it up. But it was never even really about her not doing well. It was more of just like, it was funny. Like, it's just funny, right? Like, we've got Vince and the Egg. We've got, oh gosh. And like, listen, I'm just saying, there is maybe one zing that is worth sharing, I think. There's one, two, there's three zings that I feel really good about. There's three zings I feel really good about. Rachel, Zach, and Zay. Those three I feel really good about. But like I'm just saying there's some that aren't great. There's some that aren't great. The phrases after the zings are what really made me laugh. I love Ashley, by the way. Also love her shower. At least she's clean every week. Can you at least put the key on Morgan's name? Since we all know who will run it. Robert! Oh my god! Robert! Zing! Robert with the zing. Also, I think my chat broke. Did my chat break? Hold on, let me see. The on-screen chat, I think, broke. Like, I see you guys here, but I don't see it on the chat. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this. Chatbot. Property. Okay, the chat disappeared. Okay, well, the chat just disappeared. Well, okay, now there's just no chat. Now there's just no chat. But we're still here. We're alive. All right, where are we at here? What did I miss? She cracks up with the shower thing and embraces it. 100%, right? Like that's the other thing too. If for some reason, right, like I got the vibe that Ashley wouldn't think it was funny. Like if for some reason I actually started to be like, you know what, I think Ashley would be like upset about this, I would actually go, you know what, guys, I think I have to kind of at least do something. Like let's make it like a little thing in the corner, right? Like I think she might actually be upset by this. I think Ashley, if she comes out of the house, she sees it, I think she's gonna think it's funny. I think she's gonna go, yep, that makes sense, right? Like I think Ashley's gonna go, yep, yep, knew it. Right? Like I think she fully embraces it and she accepts it. Whereas if I felt like she was going to be upset about the idea and like that she didn't make jokes about it, and like she didn't herself go like, oh, I gotta go get a shower, that way they'll hurry up and call us for the noms or whatever. Like she'll make jokes like this. She'll be in the shower and she'll be like, yep, they'll call us any minute now. Right? Like it's kind of, it's become a joke to her, and I think she finds it funny as well. So that, you know, it stays up. It's exactly. It's almost iconic how over exaggerated it is, right? Like the idea was like, yes, it wasn't an actual 2-hour shower, but people thought it was, and then with that, it ended up being where production started messing with her and calling the meetings when she was in the shower on purpose. So it was like, it was a whole thing. My daughter is getting up for school already. I blame you, Ori. Fridays are so much fun. I can't get any sleep. Thank you guys. It's so addicting. Tasha, thank you for hanging on out. Ashley don't care. She will laugh all the way to the bank for Final 5. I've been liking Ashley's gameplay more and more. My big thing though, and this is a worry I have. It's not even necessarily like you know, oh, I hate that this. It's more of like it's a critique, and I think it's going to be a problem for her. She's been playing dumb with the whole idea at the very end. She can stand up and be like, I'm a lawyer. I've been playing dumb. I'm not actually that dumb. I'm actually pretty smart. And that people will then respect her game all of a sudden. The issue is perception is reality. And they all think she's dumb. They all just think she's dumb. And just because you stand up at the end and you say, I'm smart, it doesn't change how people already view you right away, right? Like, she'll stand up there and say, I'm a lawyer. And guess what? They'll say, okay, a dumb lawyer. And do you want to go like, Ori, you don't know that. You don't know that for sure. Well, we already have evidence of what people are like when they find out. Zach, when he found out she was a lawyer, all he did was laugh. He then went, I would not hire her to be my lawyer. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, she is smart and she's been acting dumb, but they perceive her as dumb. So at the end of the day, are they going to vote for her as a winner that they think is just dumb, or are they going to change their mind like she believes they will? I find that harder to believe. I think they'll just go, oh, like, okay, Ashley, yeah, you're a lawyer, okay, right? They'll be like, where'd you get your degree? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be offensive to any university. but like, what's like a really like just random university? South Harmon Institute of Technology. We'll use that. We'll use South Harmon Institute of Technology. That's where Lauren got her law degree from, right? So it's one of those things where just because you say a thing doesn't mean people are automatically going. Jonathan instantly was like, I get it. Check out Community. Community's a great show. But what were you saying? I forget now. South Harmon Institute of Technology. But the idea is, right, like, just because you say at the end, hey, I'm actually really smart, will they accept it? Right? Will they end up accepting it? That was from Accepted. Was it from Accepted? Wait, what was the community name then? It was Accepted. You're right. And then what's his name? Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill's in that movie and he's dressed like a hot dog. Ask me about my wiener. And they ended up making the whole university. That's right. What was the community's name? Because it was they had they were the human beings. And obviously it was community college. It was Greendale. It was Greendale Community College and Community. Yes. Yes. I was just that's where you can see how my brain works. That was a little insight. That was a little insight into my brain. Norma says, I'm here mostly listening because I'm working. Norma! We love you. We love you, Norma. That was a little insight into how my brain works. It compartmentalizes, right? There's a filing cabinet in my brain that has like, oh, here's movies and TV shows. Here's movies and TV shows about community colleges. Here's where you find all this information. And sometimes wires get crossed. Sometimes it's like I grab a file and it was right next to the other file. It was right there, but I grabbed the wrong one. And you'll see that. You know when you see that a lot? And I'm sure you guys know, like, this is one of those things where, again, I'll give you this one for free. Like I said, I do a Zingbot interview. Sometimes Zingbot will send me stuff in advance, and one of the things he sent me in advance was, "Oh, you're the recapper. You're the live feed updater who can't keep people's names straight." Because as you know, sometimes I'll be talking about somebody. Like, I'll be like, for example, I did this so many times where I would be talking about Morgan or I'd be talking about Mickey and I'd say the other's name, or Ava and Ashley, right? Like, just the A's, having those together like that. It would end up being like where I'd end up saying like the wrong one. So like, because like those files are always like right next to each other. And sometimes I grab the wrong one. I have noticed that. It's a thing, Mandy. Sometimes it just the wires get crossed. I looked up the worst college and got Florida Memorial University. So that's where I actually went. J-O! Who does Vince put up? Keanu and Ava? That's what it seems like, Jeremiah. Hopefully Keanu comes down and puts up Ashley and go Birds. Yes, go Birds. I always say my brain is stuck on shuffle. See, mine's not that bad. The files are overflowing, right? It's a mess. It's a mess. We got a little bit of a board over on the other side that looks kind of like Charlie Kelly on Always Sunny, looking for Pepe Sylvia and how Pepe Sylvia really doesn't exist, right? There's the string theory going on in one section. There's a couple of files that really need to be like just taken care of, but like they're just all over the place, right? Like we're working through them. We're working through. We gotta really sort them out, but like we've been pushing them to the corner and just kind of hiding them. There's a few filing cabinets that are way overstuffed, right? Like there's papers coming out of them, but they're closed. They're closed. And some things I think we just lost. They got lost in the shuffle. They were there once, and now they're gone. I think it happens to a lot of people. Vincent stayed pretty true to the judges minus Will, which is surprising. That is a little bit surprising, Jonathan. It wasn't a throw. Morgan just messed up with that 120. Like, it has to be a throw, right? That 120 was insane. Whatever Morgan wants, Morgan gets. Oh, no. What do you think Ava and Ashley say? Ava and Ashley go home. Oh, who do you think Ava and Ashley and say Ashley and Ava go home? So I think he's going to end up doing Ava and Keanu. And then Ashley would be the replacement nominee. Jimbo! Jimbo coming in with the $10 super chat. Happy Friday, Ori. Who's your All-Stars 3 wish list from BB27? You know what? There's some good options. I'll tell you, there's some good options from this cast, right? Like, I think Keanu, right off the bat, should. I think Morgan's earned it. I think Morgan's done a really good job of being someone that should get a call back, and be in consideration. I think Vince as well is somebody that could. Even Ashley. I think Ashley is somebody that I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it seeing her run it back. I think Mickey would also be really fun. I think Mickey would be really entertaining on a second season. I could see Zach getting like a second chancer type season, maybe, where he actually uses the 10K to save himself that time. Will, but I don't think they would. There's a lot of really good house guests this season. This has been a fun one. This has been an overall fun one. Also, you know what, Jimbo? Here's what I'm gonna do. Jimbo. Pick between Rachel, Zach, and Zay. Rachel, Zach, and Zay. Jonathan, pick between one of those three, and we'll share what Zingbot potentially was going to do for their Zing. So Jimbo, let us know. I was just searching throughout the draft. Did you all know there were only 2 people who had Kelley as their first pick? Literally 2 people, me being one of them. That's crazy, Sam. That's crazy. It's a great season. It's an awful season. I want to see Adrian. Wait, I lost everything. I want to see Adrian. Want to see what Adrian would have done. Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy for All-Stars. Great cast of characters. Unbelievable. Yeah, terrible gameplay. Great cast of characters. You often have to start turning on your alliance members at the end. Numbers are small and situations change. The judges' alliance is weird to me. With a week left, it was weird in general. There was no reason why it really should have started, if we're being honest. And it should have worked. Kelley, I don't have one for Kelley, Jimbo. I don't have one for Kelley. I don't have one for Lauren. I don't have one for Will. And I'll be honest, the good ones, I think, are Rachel, Zay, and Zach. I think Rachel, Zay, and Zach are like the good ones. They're like the good ones. Kellhead's out here left high and dry. I know. Chat, give him one for Kelley. Let me see if I can come up with one on the spot. I mean, like, not that I come up with, like, Zingbot writes these, and Zingbot is dead, so how am I going to get one? There's 1,000 people in here and 400 likes. Is there really, leader? Yeah, smash that like button. If you're here watching, having a good time, if you're liking this stream, smash that like button. Rip Kelley. Lauren needs like 5 years of personal growth. Then she'd, oh yeah, 100%. I'm with you on that. That's a great comment. Because Lauren, I think, is just too young. And an older, more experienced Lauren, real threat to win this game. 100%. Because you're a different person. You grow, you change. And I highly agree with that. Because Lauren was really smart. Lauren was very, very logical. She had a really good head on her shoulders, I think. She was one of the only ones who really thought in the beginning of the game, hey, let's think about this here. Rachel's coming on in, and one of us is supposed to be an accomplice and is going to be voted out. Wouldn't it make sense, now that there's a extra girl in the house, that it's a woman? Wouldn't it make sense that it's not one of the guys? And she's one of the only ones who thought that way. She made a lot of mistakes. I 100% agree, Mike. 100% agree. And she was very indecisive. Her indecision really cut her off at the end. But I think an older, more experienced Lauren, maybe one that's a little bit more confident in her choices, would be so good at Big Brother. What is wrong with Keanu not winning when he needs to? Oh, I know he's missing Rachel's lasagna. Oh, yeah, he needed it. He needed it for sure. I saw something here. Hold on. I think I lost it. I think I lost it in the chat. I lost it. Awful crazy season, not awful season. It is an awfully crazy season. Absolutely. 100% maturity would help. 100%. Lauren is smart and pretty nothing bad to say about her. And that's the thing. It's just that indecision and that lack of confidence, right? Like, I think an older, more mature Lauren goes and has a conversation with Will more often, right? And I think that's something that hurt her in the game. Because that's a thing where it's like, hey, she could have ended up being one of Will's daughters, but this young 22-year-old just didn't go and have that conversation like she needed to. It's a thing. After her and Zach get married and have kids. Oh no! If only she had nominated Ashley instead of Adrian. Did you see where Morgan said, anyone want to see my HOH room this Morgan after Vinny got his key? Oh no. What a thing. What a thing. This guy Vince, man. This guy Vince. Do you think anyone will want to take Ashley since she is easy to beat in the final two? I think so, Mary. I think Ashley, a lot of people want to take. Ava's trying to convince them to take her. I don't think a lot of people want to sit next to Keanu, Morgan, or Vince. Any of the three of them. Not a lot of people want to sit next to each other, except it seems like maybe Morgan and Vince actually might sit next to each other. And if Vince does that, that is losing the game. That means Vince fell for the girl. That means Vince actually, like, he threw away not only his girlfriend, not only his number one in the game, but he threw away $750,000 for hugs. Like, and that would be crazy if he takes Morgan to the final two. And it seems like that's his plan right now. At first, I really thought, hey, he might actually go and do what he needs to do and vote out Morgan this week. And then he had that cam talk after he was chatting with Keanu about all the reasons why Keanu has to go up on the block and how he feels like he can go to the end and explain his game and the jury will respect him staying loyal to Morgan. And I blew me away. Blew me away. What's up, Caddy? How are you? That's such a Vince-coded thing to do, though. It'll be the third dumbest decision he's made taking Morgan to the final two. You ain't wrong on that, right, Sam? There's a lot of dumb decisions he's made. I would have died if Zingbot came in with a breakup letter from Kelsey. At this point, I really want to see Keanu win this. About the only one who has played and deserves it. Vince was manipulated Morgan. Nah, that's the other way around. The rat has screwed over Keanu the entire game. What's one more week? Well, Vince is a loser. He doesn't have a backbone to put up Morgan. Morgan has him under control. Taking her to the final two is strike three. Breakup letter would have been fantastic. Bundle it with a Taylor song and Chef's Kiss. Oh no. Oh no. What a crazy week this looks gonna be. He threw away his girl, his dignity, and $750,000. He threw it all away, Madeline. He threw it all away. If Keanu goes, I'm cheering for the Meteor. Mickey is cheering for Keanu. Picture perfect of a toxic relationship. Oh no. What a thing. What a thing. I will say though, guys, I think it is probably about that time we wrap things up for the evening. We've been going for about 2 hours here, and my OBS is having some issues. It's having some issues. Thank you guys all again so much for the love, the support, you guys hanging on out and joining me here each and every morning here on this channel. It's been just a crazy ride. What a wild season. We will be back again here with more updates throughout the season, giving you all the info. How it's all going to break down, though, I'm not sure, because I think there is a chance we could be losing some feeds. If that happens, though, we're going to be hanging out here. We'll do some lives. We'll just come and chat in the mornings. And I think some of these morning streams are going to continue for a little bit longer. I'm going to do some stuff to condense some stuff up, make things a little bit less distracting, kind of clean up the notifications and stuff like that, make things just a little bit more of an enjoyable experience for everybody, even if you're watching after the fact. But we got a lot. We got a lot going on because we have the special eviction on Wednesday. We have another eviction on Thursday. The finale will be on Friday. Who's this coming on in? We've got Melissa coming on in. Hit that sub button, Melissa. Thank you so much. We now have a secret alliance. Don't tell anybody. We're going to the final two, Melissa. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this stream, if you made it all the way to the end of the stream, smash that like button. Hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. We do daily live feed updates all season long, first thing in the morning. Check out all of our socials. We've got Twitter and the Discord. The Discord is a great time. Like-minded individuals over there who are Big Brother fans, who just want to talk about really good reality shows. We've got places you can talk about Survivor, everything else. Go on, check out the Discord. Thank you guys all again so much for the love, the support, all the super chats, the Ori funds. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much. I really cannot thank you guys enough. We will be back once again tomorrow with another update, and I will see you next time.
I won't let this go down. I'm gonna get around. You can admit that I am doing well. Your life is slipping down the well. Like a match within the water, you are useless. Like a match.